Morning. Sun shining, birds are chirping, having a bit of a go. If you didn't watch the last one, we've ended up with 30 mil of rain. So I just had a look, that's our biggest single fall since January. So we've just ticked over 200 mil or 8 inches for the year here. I think I probably have missed a few 2s and 3s, yeah. Anyway, we're probably sitting pretty well given the rainfall we've had. Like we're a 450 mil rainfall, so we're well under well under half. So I've just started the pump again. There's 2 bays left to water on the block of corn here at home. So the water finished yesterday, just with the rain I turned it off. There's still 2 to water over at the other that haven't been watered over on the dairy block, but I've just, because it had a pre-water, I'm sort of not too concerned over there, and I need to get onto a pump. As I mentioned on the last one, we need to get onto a recycle pump for over there. We do have, I don't know what the boys did with it, with the farm purchase, where it went. We do have there was a pump that came with the new farm purchase. Now, I'm not too sure where they've sat it, it was here. Anyway, we just haven't had time. The motor on it, apparently it does go, but yeah, I'm not too sure. We had a bit of a play with it the other day, and whether the battery I put on it was flat or what, but I didn't we had too much other stuff going on, so I didn't want to waste too much time on it. Priority today, it is the weekend, so trying not to do too much, but I don't know, that's probably not going to work out all that well with what we've got going on. Truck's the priority, so I've got all the bits here. There's a new shock absorber to go on, and I've got some new slack adjusters here. These go from the brake booster across to the brake drum, and you've got an adjuster here that's how you adjust your brakes up. So I've got a couple of them that are seized. I've got the new strips here to go on the back. They knocked us for that, and then it's pretty right. So it doesn't need heaps. But I've got 6 of everything. So I've got 6 new shock absorbers, 6 new slack adjusters. The slack adjuster I took off as a sample, it's fine, but there is one there that's seized, so I'll have to take it off. And yeah, if I've got to take it off, I might change the brake booster while I'm going. Yeah, because I was having trouble yesterday trying to back the pressure off on it, and I couldn't get it to go. So anyway, we'll chuck some overalls on, and it'll be really good to have a pit for this sort of stuff. But anyway, we don't do a lot of it. So yeah, once we can get this done, I'll book it in hopefully middle of the week, just to get the roadworthy cleared on it, and then it's right for harvest. And then the truck, we've got to pull the turntable off it and put the frame on it to cart the windrow around. We're going to start windrowing Monday at this stage. So I've got one job, and then it'll be the end of next week. It'll all start and ramp up, I think, at this stage. So I'd like to try and chip away and do a paddock here and a paddock there if we can, so it's not just all go at once. But I don't know whether it's going to work that way. Anyway, overall's on, we'll get into it. I think I explained what the issue was. So what's happened is, on the old one, that bolt's seized up or locked up in there. So essentially, if you turn that, just a 9/16 spanner, and it basically rotates the spline, so then you can obviously put more pressure or less pressure on the brakes on the brake drum. So that's how you adjust your brakes up. So I'm still learning trucks, but I'm getting there slowly. So yeah, obviously with that seized up, you can't adjust the brakes up. So there's one that was definitely crook on this second axle on this side. So I'll just go through while I've got, it's like Pandora's box here. I don't know where you start and finish, but I have got more brake boosters, so I've actually had to unbolt that brake booster. So what I might do while I'm going, I might just swap it out just for preventative maintenance, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, so it's only a case of, which you would have seen me do before if you guys have been watching along for a while. It's only a case of undoing the hoses and swapping out the brass fittings into the new brake booster. I bought 6 new ones the other day when that one was crook that we had to replace, so I've got 6 or 5 there. So yeah, we might just do that while we're going, and they're done then. That one's done then. So I've got the new shock absorber on, so that was easy. And again, I might, so I'm going for time, I might just do the 6 of them while we're going, and they're done then. Because yeah, red paint means they're the originals, and I don't know what model this trailer is. It's got a bit of age on it. We've had it for a while, but I think it was sort of on the road full time. Here's the plate. What's the plate say? 01. So they've done a few Ks if they're the originals. So as one started to go, there's a fair chance the others will. So anyway, we'll keep chipping away. Hopefully we're good to go. So I just changed another one. We'll just see. And I don't know, I might be dreaming, but it's an original one obviously because it's been painted red, but I reckon it was starting to sweat a bit too. So it's one of those front ones, so I thought I'd change it while we're going. Oh, this. Yeah, that was probably the one I was looking at. Yeah, that was it, sorry. That other one was the mate in the centre axle, so yeah, you can see it's just sweating a bit, so he's probably not far off being buggered too. Hope all the other slack adjusters on the brakes tightened up all right, so fingers crossed. I'm hoping that the brakes probably were out of adjustment a bit when you got looking, so I've just got to grab a tech screw gun and I'll change these things at the back here, and then fingers crossed we're good to go. Yeah, and then we can book it in town. We don't have to take it back over to Finley to the RMS or whatever they call themselves nowadays. We can just take it into our local mechanic and they'll clear it for us, so they'll probably just put it over the pit in there and just have a look and see what I've done, and fingers crossed that's all right. I just need to check the paperwork to make sure I've got everything, but I think that was just the main one. It was pretty trivial. They are doing their job, but if they had said just fix that and tighten those brakes up and change those signs and don't drive it anywhere till you do, instead of we've now got to book it in. And so, but yeah, they are doing their jobs, so we can't chip them about that. But anyway. Oh, I've moved on to the next job. So I've got the windrower in. I just had a dicky work light there, so it was just a loose connection, so that's an easy fix. Just putting the toolbox together. What sort of just basic spares, so got knife sections and some little nuts and bolts for the knife sections, a few knife guards in the bottom there. So the knife guards are basically that's what the knife runs on the front. So 3 or 4 of them, and then we've got some nuts and bolts and knife sections for the rotor shears, and then just the tools we need to change those knife guards or knife sections. Yeah, don't need to get too carried away if we need anything. We'll chuck a couple of rags in there, and I've just got a new pair of gloves, which I'll chuck in the cabin here when we're changing the front over, and oily hydraulic hoses and that sort of thing. Grease gun, we'll chuck an extra grease cartridge in there just in case. Tony made up a frame. We've mounted a water bottle here for washing your hands. I do need to get some hand cleaner. But a little small bottle of hand cleaner. I'm sure I've got one here somewhere. That I had in my ute, I reckon, but to no avail, I cannot find it, which isn't surprising. But anyway, we'll get that, and yeah, I'm just gonna get it out and fire the GPS up and make sure it's again, I think I mentioned the security code. The security key will be out of date, so I'll just have to jump on my phone and then put the new security key in, and then yeah, we're going to take it down to the first job, which is only 2 or 3 kilometres away. We'll take it down there, and I'll get Sarah to come and pick me up, and then I can take the front down there tomorrow or something. And if they want to start Monday, we'll start Monday. If not, the machine's there for whenever they want to go. Yeah, so it's all starting to come together a little bit, but yeah, not breaking any records. And then probably going to come back, and I might just have a pot around here with my ute. I want to cut some carpet and put in those new toolboxes. and get a few tools and that together and get in there and yeah, start and get organised for that job. Trying to get it sorted out, but these things are a bit weird. Actually, the console spins around and you can actually drive them backwards when you need to shift them down the road. So they do I don't know, 40 k's on the road. They're a bit hairy. It's a two-handed job, so yeah, they take a bit of handling. They do get out of shape a little bit. So yeah, but it looks a bit weird going backwards down the road. Oh, it's about knock off time. So I've had a bit of a play here. What I've done is I've just put a bit of 50 by 25 between the two boxes there. They were sort of a bit wobbling around a little bit. Probably mightn't help that they didn't have anything in them. But anyway, and then what I've got a couple of work lights here. I'm just going to mount under there probably. I'll probably just drill a hole straight through and just put a longer bolt through them. Will be the easiest, I think. Yeah, could possibly even just tech screw that on. And then what I've got an Anderson plug, and I'm just gonna run the wires, just wire them up to these lights, so they're on the same switch. Again, I'm not intending on leaving these on all the time. I'm just gonna have them on, hopefully just have them on for harvest and sowing. And then I've got some strip lights here as well that I'm gonna mount in up under there. Yeah, and then we've got light inside the box if we're mucking around in the dark. I have sort of started mucking around. I just cut some carpet. We've got some carpet here we put new carpet in the house 12 months ago and just got some little rolls there, so I have been mucking around. Just cut a square for each drawer. That should go in there. So a lot of the stuff I had in these tubs in the drawer under my tray. So just, yeah, spanners and that. The bigger drawer, the bigger spanners, some more sockets, squirty stuff, a couple of hammers, shifters, that sort of thing. These red trays, just sort of electrical stuff, screwdrivers and that. And they will actually go in there. So I'll just see whether I put them in there. And then I've got these little kits of what are they? Grease nipples. And then I just bought another standalone kit of electrical fittings, so I'll mention the one from here. So I will probably cut some carpet and put them in just to stop stuff sliding around, because I can see what will happen. You'll go around the corner, it'll slide to the front, and then you'll open the door and it'll fall out in the ground. So there mightn't be too much left in this box under here. We'll just see. There'll be stuff to go in there. And then this side, I want to try and keep it sort of clean if I can. Put carpet in there again, but I'll probably just put overalls, and I've got an enclosed dust mask for blowing the header down. Put that in here. Grease cartridges, and possibly I'll just see whether we put the cordless tools in here too, perhaps. So just the rattle gun, probably take 2 rattle guns, drill, what else, the cordless torch and that. I've got these things to screw somewhere to mount the batteries to, because we do have half a dozen batteries. I've got it booked in this week to get the suspension done in it. I've been meaning to, I was going to do it originally when I got it, but I just didn't worry about it because I thought we won't have the weight, but the genuine suspension is notoriously shit. As soon as you put weight in the back of it or a trailer on it or something like that, it's terrible to sit in. So, I don't know what we'll have here. We'll probably have an extra 300 kilos in the back. So we're getting constant 500 kilos in it. And also, dual battery is what I'm going to get. Whether they've got time, I'll just see. I've got it booked in to get the dual battery setup put in, because we'll have my fridge on here. And also I want to get an inverter wired into these boxes so we can have the charger, and we've got 240 volt power if we want to, do something at some point in time. I did the other day, I think I saw Josh had it off eBay, a soldering iron that takes the Milwaukee batteries, so that's pretty cool. It's only about $70, something like So yeah, there's a couple of hours mucking around, running a bit of electrical stuff, but just set it up. Weather, I probably should put a compressor in there too. I'll just see. It's another, I don't know, 2.5 or 3 grand. But it's all right when we're doing our own stuff because we've got the compressor on the fuel trailer. But when we're contracting, compressor to blow filters out on the windrower and the header, or pump a tyre up or something like that, it'd be handy. So I'll just say I want to get, if I do put one in there, I want to get one of those low. I've had a big bull compressor with a motor in the back of it before, and it's a bit of a pain in the arse. You can't see out the back, so I want to, if I get one, it'll be a low profile one that sits in there. So we'll just see. So yeah, again, the other thing with this box, keeping it clean, is just to get the crap off the backside of my jumpers and jackets and that. You can chuck them in there, and if we're ferrying blokes around, it's not so bad. But yeah, dual battery. I've got the angle fridge, so I'll set it up in the back here. It's just good to have cool drinks at harvest time and that sort of stuff. Yeah, everyone can get a can of soft drink or a bottle of water or something like that. Yeah, so that's sort of what we're doing. Anyway, we're dragging the chain a little bit, but yeah, it won't. As I said, we've got this one contracting job to do. Come here to get my jumper. One job to do Monday, and then probably the rest of it won't happen till the end of the week. So we've got a bit of time. Yeah, we've got a bit of sheep work to do. Probably Tuesday. We're actually getting a bit of air conditioner put on the house, so just doing away with the old evaporative cooler. So that's happening Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. So I'll have to give those. I've got a bit of work to do to pull the ducting out of the whole ducting out of the roof of the house and the air conditioner off it. So yeah, that'll be half a day's mucking around. But machinery wise, I'm not too sure where the boys are up to with the header, but they're pretty close. It's pretty close. Truck, just need to get it ticked off hopefully. Wash a few silos out and we're ready for harvest pretty much. So yeah, all right, all going to plan. Maybe. Anyway, righto, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.